Hi there, Leos, and this is your love monthly forecast for the month of June 2019. And this is the reading for all Leos out there, whether it's your sun Leo, moon in Leo, or if you have your rising in the sign of Leo as well. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you guys. It would seem that for the month of June, you might be struggling, or something is already in your mind that you want to structure something. It could be the relationship that you have with your partner, or probably your own desires of wanting a more solid foundation to a relationship or marriage, regardless what is your status in life, whether you're single, in a relationship, married, or in a very complicated and complex situation. You are at a point wherein you want to feel an emotional fulfillment and satisfaction in your life. I mean, who doesn't, right? We all want that. And the struggle here is that you're at that point wherein it's hard for you to achieve this balanced state. And Leos are the sign of, overpowering a situation, which is why we tend to see that, in general, for some people, whenever there's a Leo type of person, their aura in everything in them is like over exaggerated. Or if they're sexy or handsome, it's like they're so handsome and sexy. It's not something that's balanced. There's a greater goodness of things. I'm trying to express it in that sense. So what you're going on right now is the balance with your passion and emotions as a whole, where this is really going. And it does show us here that this is the time wherein you're probably wanting to be selfish. It could be that in the past there has been some heavy burdens in you. You might have been struggling. You probably have experienced some form of hard work, or probably a relationship that you feel that no matter what you do, it's not really working out. There is this kind of element. So we have the Ten of Wands right there, which is positioned in your past. So this is really telling us, that love and relationship is about happiness. It's about the smoothness and easiness of life. You would a lot of those who have their happy marriages, they would always likes to give advice to single people or people in a relationship that relationship, dealing with man or woman or whoever you're dealing with, is supposed to be easy, and that is the right way. But it could have worked for other people, but it's not the same for everyone, of course. But you are now in a position wherein you're seeing what's going on in your life, in your personal relationship, and you're seeing how others are having their love life as well. Are they happy? Are they struggling as well? You're seeing what's going on with you and with the other person as well. But you are focusing more on what I want to feel, what I want to own, what I want to possess, what I want to experience. So the month of June will give power and a lot of focus to what you really, really desire. And as you can see, we have here the Four of Pentacles as your foundation and focus for the month of June. So there's really something that you really, really want, and it could be something very irrational, but you want to stand your ground, you know. I want to be stubborn that this is really what I want. I really want this person. I really want this type of relationship. I want to have that item, or, you know, buy me that bag. You know, those kinds of things could pop up. There is something that we want. And since this is a love reading, I am assuming that there's probably a specific person that you want, or this could be just your desire to be a happy person, you know. Love is really not about always with the other person. Sometimes it's also the love that you can give and experience with yourself, especially if you have been in a relationship wherein it has been toxic and quite dragging. You will want to, of course, experience a single, happy, and a more joyous life for your own self, and not for the sake of others as well, of course, right? So yeah, and so I'm saying this now, that emotion and the urges within you, things that you probably have been trying to conceal, it's going to be harder to control. And some of you guys may have been feeling this, especially during late May of 2019. But it's going to be shown in a very obvious manner once June comes into place. So be mindful of that. So we have the Tower to the crowning energy that you have. And what is this really telling us? Tower is about change. Tower is all about sudden circumstances and situations that happen. And sometimes they are surprises that we may have been expecting and not expecting. Tower is about, you know, a breakthrough, falling out, those kinds of things. But it's coming to a point wherein it's going to be your strength to move forward in life. Okay, so the Tower here is really a double-edged sword. This is really how I'm seeing the energy here for Leos for the month of June. Because the Tower is about, you know, it could be that you might have a sudden idea in your mind of what you want to do, and you might actually do it. But you need to be careful, because maybe you don't know all the facts. You know, you don't know if the information that you are receiving is something that you should believe in. Is it authentic? And is it logical? You know, is it practical? You know, there could be something that probably other people are going to tell you. You are going to hear to whatever resources you have, you know. It could be seeing something in the social network, those kinds of things. And the actions that you take can change a quite stagnant situation. But it is a double-edged sword. So this could be a change wherein, you know, you might be doing something you're not really supposed to do. It's like, you know, sometimes we have so much passion in us, like we tend to act because, you know, when the going gets tough, we want to do something about it immediately. But sometimes there is a benefit with taking a pause. Sometimes silence can do a lot more than trying to continue talking and communicating with another person, because reflection, being reflective of what's going on, is also a very strategic process that we need to undergo through, because only the most successful and happy people do this. I mean, if you're going to do things in a very impulsive way each and every time something happens, you're just going to self-destruct yourself. And that's not the wisest thing to do. Okay? So, yes, you have a lot of passion in you. Your emotions are going haywire. And this could create something in your life. And it could be something really, really good. But there's also a chance that, you might slip up. And it might cause unnecessary troubles and complications. So be very wary what you're doing, with your life, with your relationship, with yourself as well. So in the future, we're seeing here that we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is always a messenger card, if you ask me. Though ideally, pages in terms of tarot are ones that represent messenger. But whenever I see the Knight of Swords, this is about message that comes to you in a way that is very unexpected. And it was fast, Like you can see the image of the card that is being shown right now in the screen with the Knight of Swords, It's like running away from something or going forth towards something in a very rash way. So this could represent that you might do this to another person. It could be that you might deliver some form of message or something to someone else in a very rash way. Or it could be that, someone enters your life in a very fast and swift way, just like that. And, there's always a good thing and negative thing about this. But, of course, for me, the most normal thing to do is to take things in a more positive way. Like, this could be a representation of someone entering your life, especially if you're single. If you're in a relationship, it could be that, you and your partner are making some form of plans of doing something interesting, adventurous. It could be something fun and exciting. You just need to keep in mind that, the two of you really talk things out to not miss out important details that could lead to a form of frustrations later on. Because overall, the way that I'm seeing this reading is that there could be consequences with doing things and saying things without really thinking about it. So this is like you saying things without really taking things to heart, without taking things seriously. Like, yes, you tell your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner that, okay, I promise I will be there. And then on that said date, you leave a message saying that, I forgot. It could be something like that. But of course, this is just an example of what could occur, of course. So, and with here we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So, this is about you wanting to feel good about yourself. And this is how you want to communicate, especially if you have gone through rough patches, whether you have been having some personal issues and problems in the past. This is the time wherein regardless of what you have gone through, what you have experienced, the most important thing for you right now is to feel good, to be happy, to feel better. And sometimes, some people out there, they always treat their love lives and relationships like a therapy, especially if they are having issues with their, career, with work, dealings with other people, those kinds of things, their relationship is like their only salvation. Something like that. I mean, it's not really the most idealistic thing that you should be doing, but unfortunately, there are people like this. Like, I'm so stressed with these type of people, with my family, with my work, with my career, that I want my love life or my relationship with my partner to be something that will make me happy. That is something that a certain truth that we just need to deal with, because truth be told, some people are like that. Could be you, could be another person that you know, but it is what it is. So, what is the issue and deal here? The problem here is that you are focusing more on your desires, and it could be that the other person is really saying things in random as well. We have here two knights, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. And among all the knights in the deck of tarot, it is these two cards that is always all about sudden things and sudden swiftness to it. Overall, we do have 3 knights here, but I'm going to be discussing the other one later on. So, yeah. It could be that this person, someone will enter your life, or this person can be very rash towards you. Like, how you want to do things is a lot more, I want to feel good, I want to relax, I want to, feel the essential things in life that we want to feel and experience. But this person or the other person that you're dealing with might be coming in a way that is not exactly with how you want things to be. It's like you're doing the same thing. You feel like you and your partner are taking action towards the same goal, but it felt like you're on different pages. It has that kind of element to it. So it's very easy for you to have some form of misunderstanding. It could be that you might misunderstand the person. You might misunderstand how the person is coming in towards you. So I would say that if you are single and wanting a relationship, try not to expect too much with this person, because it could be that the faster that they came into your life, the faster that they also go out of it. Because there is an element here that could lead to misunderstandings, and it could be you're misunderstanding the intention of the person. Probably they're not there for love. It could be something else, So it's very important that you also take things in a progressive way, like step by step. And try not to answer fast, respond fast to messages that comes to you as well. Your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is all about new beginning, but this type of new beginning is something that has structure, like we're seeing things eye to eye. This is what you want, and there is also a possibility that it could be a power struggle, I always see the Ace of Swords as a power struggle wherein this is my point of view, and the other person has their own point of view, and no matter how you explain things to them, it's like your words, the way you deliver things is not going through, and it has a huge stubborn type of energy wherein I want to answer A and they keep telling it's letter B, that kind of thing. So